Welcome back to the deep dive. Sometimes the simplest products can make the biggest difference in daily life, especially when it comes to independence and, well, safety in our own homes. Today, we're taking a deep dive into exactly one of those, the HOMEAL bed rail. We've got a pretty comprehensive review here, packed with features, user feedback, and a detailed verdict. Our goal today is to really dig into what sets this adjustable bedside assist rail apart, who it's truly designed for, and, if it actually lives up to its promise of support and convenience. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, it's really interesting how this review zeroes in on a seemingly simple product that meets such a crucial need. Stability, accessibility. So many people struggle with just the basic act of getting in and out of bed, right? And this deep dive should show us whether the HOMEAL rail offers a genuinely thoughtful solution. We'll look at the build, its features, and crucially, how real users experience it.
Exactly. So picture those common challenges, maybe some instability getting up or fumbling in the dark for something.
hmm
The HOMEAL bed rail isn't just like a basic rail. It seems designed to tackle these everyday frustrations. It's described as an adjustable bedside assist rail, but it comes with some surprisingly helpful extras. An ergonomic handle, a storage pocket, and even a motion sensor nightlight. They pitch it as perfect for seniors, people recovering from surgery, or really anyone just needing that bit of extra support. And right out of the gate, the review mentions the setup. Notes straightforward assembly with coded parts, says it takes just a few minutes and requires no tools. That sounds incredibly user-friendly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Especially for someone who might have, say, limited dexterity.
Oh, it's a huge deal. Ease of use is paramount here. It's fascinating because, sometimes even simple setups can have hidden snags, but this one sounds genuinely easy, and that ties right into its core build. The review mentions a solid gray alloy steel construction, weighs about 7.5 pounds. That suggests durability.
Right, not flimsy.
Exactly. It's not just about it lasting, it's about that psychological peace of mind, knowing it won't flex or fail when you lean on it. And it ships ready to go with those key additions, the non-slip handle, the pocket, and that rechargeable LED light.
What really struck me wasn't just that it's adjustable, but how much it adjusts. We're talking with extending from about 28.3 to 31.5 inches, and height from 13 up to 20 inches. That kind of flexibility suggests it fits most twin through king beds, as long as the mattress is at least 5 inches thick. That's a big plus for versatility, isn't it?
It absolutely is. That range tackles a big question. How inclusive is this product, really? Will it fit my bed? And those non-slip silicone base pads mentioned are critical, too, for security, stability across different setups.
Good point. Don't want it sliding around.
Definitely not. And beyond just the physical support, those thoughtful additions like the storage pocket, for phones, books, glasses, they're small things, but they add real quality of life improvement.
Oh, totally. No more fumbling for the remote under the covers.
Yeah.
And that motion sensor LED light, it's rechargeable. You can switch modes. Constant on, night sensor, always sensor. For nighttime safety, that seems really practical. Imagine needing to get up the dark, having that light pop on automatically, illuminating the rail. Seems vital.
It really does. A very considered feature.
So with all these features, how does it actually perform? In the hands of real users, what are people really saying? Well, the feedback we saw consistently describes it as very sturdy and very stable. There's one user, Barbara Griffin. She gave it 5 stars and just put it simply, this one is worth getting. It is very sturdy.
That kind of feedback on sturdiness it's paramount for a support product like this. It really speaks to the confidence it gives users.
Right.
And the ease of installation comes up again and again. Clear-coded parts and instructions enabling that rapid assembly we talked about.
Yeah, that seems to be a consistent theme.
Definitely. And of course, that adjustable sizing gets praised a lot for fitting different bed sizes. Makes it a versatile choice for many.
And it's not just about the physical sturdiness, is it? It's the whole package, adding safety and convenience. The ergonomic grip, that silicone base, stopping it from slipping, the motion light. It all adds up to better nighttime safety. Peace of mind. Plus, the overall value gets high marks. Users mention its quality and affordability. They say it's worth the money. Sounds like a solid investment.
It does seem that way. But it's crucial we also look at the limitations, the cons highlighted in the review. It makes it pretty clear this rail is not for adjustable bunk or loft beds. It needs standard thickness and typical frames. How much of a deal breaker do you think that is for the average person looking for this kind of product?
That's a really good point. It definitely narrows the field a bit. You need to check your bed type first. And what about comfort? While the handle is called ergonomic, some users, maybe those with grip issues, might prefer extra padding.
Hmm.
And the night light useful, yes, but some found the modes less intuitive or wanted maybe better brightness control.
Mm.
They sound like minor issues maybe. But for someone relying on it every single day,
They absolutely could add up, little frustrations. And there's another note. On rare occasions, the base can shift slightly on thick carpeting unless further secured. It just highlights how even well-designed products can interact unexpectedly with the environment.
like trying to get traction on a shaggy rug.
Exactly. But connecting this back to the overall user experience, these seem to be fairly minor considerations against a backdrop of, well, general satisfaction.
We also saw some direct user feedback that really paints a picture. Riley, a Vine reviewer, said, easy to assemble, non-slip silicone base, keeps it stable. Pretty straightforward. And a Walmart review highlighted a very specific practical benefit. Helps with stability to transfer from bed to wheelchair. Those real voices really show the impact it can have.
Pulling all of this together, it gives us a pretty clear picture, doesn't it? The overall verdict for the HOMEAL bed rail is a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars, which, in a market with lots of similar options, is actually very strong.
That is impressive. Specifically, it gets 5 stars for safety and stability and also for value.
Yeah.
That absolutely tracks with the comments on the heavy-duty build and users feeling it's affordable.
I see.
But it earned 4 stars for adjustability and fit, convenience, and comfort. What do those slight deductions tell us? Are they just minor nitpicks, or?
I think those 4-star ratings likely reflect those limitations we discussed, the compatibility issues with certain bed types, and those minor notes about handle padding or maybe the light controls being a bit fiddly for some.
Okay.
They're not deal breakers for most people who need this, it seems, but they just keep it from being a perfect 5 across every single category. So ultimately, the takeaway is that it's a well-rounded, user-friendly bedside rail, provides solid support, convenience, and excellent value.